or you have goals in there. Everywhere a league season or a league format where at a point in time goals will count, you might be found wanting at a point in time, but you should be in a competitive mood at every time. If you get opportunity and you can score as made home and then gotten the fourth for Golden Cake, well, they are being complacent, but can you blame them? Attram De Vesser has not given any form of competition from the game.
And because of the good work, that was a big drive from Kagawa. Goalkeeper had a little to do about it. It went off the post, and Attram De Vesser nearly got a consolation. Now though, there is it. Attram De Vesser with a consolation. Precious Yao Jima fetching a consolation for Attram De Vesser.
So after almost taking one for the goal in, but quite save their face, they'll be able to have something to talk about. But I think if this were in the first half when they had just considered one, maybe it would have thrown in to be going for it.
Nevertheless, Golden Cake are beginning to behave like Oliver Tracy. They would want more. But here comes Attram De Vesser once again. Apoko inside the center circle. Now squash it down the right hand side. There they come. Inside the center circle. Inside the 30 yard. And fires in. And Attram De Vesser, at the last bit of the game, are beginning to come into it. They're beginning to have a clearer picture at this point.
I just remembered Golden Cake are playing with 10 men. It didn't look so in the last 15 minutes after David Amuzu was shown the red card. But these are some of the more Costa will miss certain chances like he's done twice already. With the fire that Attram De Vesser, then I think that the defense of Golden Cake should really be in check.
So I was asking myself why there were a lot of spaces in between the midfield of Golden Cake and their defense, and clearly the red card is having an impact because Apokuma shot twice before Kagawa, and then the last opportunity that went in. So if Attram are not careful on them.
And so it's beginning to look quite fascinating for Attram De Vesser as they appear to be piling on the pressure on Golden Cake at this point. Now here comes switching Apoku. Fouls it to Sylvester. Midway into the area of Golden Cake. Now here comes Tristan. Goes past one man. Fires in. He goes off the body. He goes off the body of Abdullah Zakari. And it's a corner kick. And the momentum is beginning to build up. And so we're going to do 4 minutes of stoppage time. And it will mean a lot for Attram De Vesser. But, and here comes in, minutes will be a big deal for Attram De Vesser. But it will also not be too so much for Golden Cake as well.
4 minutes to see what they can make of it. For Golden Cake, it's for them to defend very well, but the last 5 minutes has been hell for Kelvin Saba and then his defense led by Roland Gripman. They have been under some intense fire, but of course they've been able to ward that off, and Attram De Vesser are back to that hole where they've not been able to get out of themselves and then play as beautifully as we have enjoyed them in this run, in this year's FA Cup up to the semi-finals that they are now. 4 minutes, I've always said that it's always a lot of time in football. 2 quick goals can be scored and this game will come to parity. So let's just see how Gordon Attram will make use of it, and then how Golden Cake will be able to keep down the pace and bring down that pressure that is being mounted on themselves for it to end this way, hopefully in their favor.
And so 2 substitutions going the way of Golden Cake. Bless Egger is out. Sadiq Bawa is in.
I think I see Bialdin as well. Bialdin
there is Ismail Eshon as well.
Yeah.
He's been introduced. Here comes Attram De Vesser filing into the territory of Golden Cake. Now Shiraz has been stopped. A long ball up front. Here comes a golden kick, trying to get into it. But he's unable to make it. And so the anticipation is beginning to reverberate across the stadium. We've done 2 minutes of that stoppage time. And golden kick. Now we would want to look for more. Whips in a long crosser. And Manaf is able to salvage that situation for Attram De Vesser. Quickly swinging into attack. There they go. And here is Prince Amekofi. Amekofi finds Shiraz, but it's been flagged offside. The offside flag is gone in favor of golden kick. And more, from Accra to Takwa is a 6-hour journey, 6-hour distance. But at this point, it's only 90 minutes for golden kick to really realize their dream.
Yes, they have a minute to realize their dream. In fact, making it to the final is not a joke. Making it to the final to play in this competition means you are a good side. It is Obia and Obia, but it is only the best teams that gets the advantage to play in the final. And for me, Golden Kick have shown consistency, beating the likes of Hearts of Folk in this competition, and then making it here, beating your Zone 3 side, Attram De Vesser, means a lot to them. And I think if you have someone who is really happy today, then it is Fifi Hansen Parker, the head coach of Golden Kick.
And so Kofi Saba, Nana Kofi Amoa blows his whistle for the end of the game as Golden Kicks have kicked themselves into the final of the MTN FA Cup. Now they are 90 minutes away from realizing that dream that Nanya FC got themselves into in 2011. Golden Kicks, they have cemented a lot of troubles, they've cemented a lot of hurdles, and there they are going into the finals of the MTN FA Cup.
Good game we have had. You see both managers congratulating each other, I should say. Golden Kick just knew what they wanted from the blast of the whistle. They took the horn, the bull by the horn, and here they are with 1 foot in the final and hoping they'll be able to be the third Division 1, maybe find their way into Africa. The kick side, Attram De Vesser prior to this game had complained that 6 of their starters.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Golden Kick are now going on a thank you tour.
Yeah,
and I just hope that it doesn't get controversial.
Oh, that's the adopted side. You mentioned they visited 2 secondary schools here, and that was the school they did visit. I think Fiase Senior High School or so. And so it's just nice to go back to them and say, thank you, you accepted us into your school, you have shown up in your numbers, you have cheered us, and we have the victory. I don't think it should be controversial. They've done a job on the pitch. It's only nice that they say thank you to the people that came to visit them. I thought we were going to have a very rigorous game, but unfortunately, Golden Kick burst into the scene and just took over the whole game. The entire 94 minutes, from where I am sitting, I would quickly score it a 70-30 affair. There are moments of brilliance for Mapokum and Mark Kagawa. I thought that he was one of the brightest spots in that Attram De Vesser side as well when he was introduced somewhere in the latter part of the first half, but it was a little too late. And the time Attram De Vesser sought to get goals or maybe get back into the game was just too late after those 3 goals were scored. Kudos to Golden Kick, but the minus I keep saying is that David Amuzu's red card. It was going to really haunt them in the final. So they'll have to just go back to their hotel, freshen up, come back here tomorrow at 4 p.m. and watch on keenly whether they are going to face 2 times winner coach in Samuel Boedu with Bekum Chelsea, or Abdul Karim Zito seeking a second trophy with Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Tomorrow they get to see who the opponent is and they get to think about June 2025. So it's been a good game, good first half game, and the best side has just won the day. 3-1 in favor of Golden Cake. They do deserve it if you ask me from where I sit.
An occasion to celebrate, an occasion to enjoy themselves, and no one can stop the way they Asante Kotoko and Bekum Chelsea. And so, two sides, who is going to face Golden Cake in the final? Joy on Fifi Parker Hansen for really masterminding this, and he appears to be charting the course. He appears to be taking Golden Cake to a very, very golden place. And I'm sure Attram De Vesser and basically Attram will be very, very disappointed in himself. And I'm sure he wanted to be in the final, but as it is, there's no way he can get there.
Of course, he wanted to be there, and it could have been just one of the two. And he didn't take advantage of the play today. His side were just porous, not dominant as we have known them. Failed tactics, one of those days. Bad days at the office for Gordon Attram. Unfortunately, on the day, the tactics of Fifi Hansen Parker just was worked superior than his. And so he's a man of the game. He understands the game, and he knows that this is just one of those days that did not go well. Nothing to complain about when it comes to his competency. This does not undermine Gordon Attram's competency at all. But of course, he just didn't have his day, and it's one of those brightest days for Golden Cake, and they have just carried the day. So they'll just have to go back, regroup, and see if they would be able to fight again in the 2025-2026 season of the MTN FA Cup, or maybe look to qualify into the Premier League. That is another thing for them to look to. And so it's just a bad day at the office. Gordon Attram's side have never really been a bad side to play in the MTN FA Cup. So they'll just take it as one of those games and look on.
And so what it means is that Golden Cakes have actualized themselves in the likes of Nanya FC and Okowo United, isn't it?
More of in the fold of Nanya, Okowo United than Nanya. Nanya won it, so until they win it, they can't compare themselves to Nanya.
Fascinating.
But they can compare themselves to Okowo United, who were in the final. So as of today, they can rub shoulders with Okowo United. If they're able to win, then they get into the class of Nanya and Abedipele. They did some wonders in 2011, maybe 2025. Bola Division 1 side take over again with the Premier League. So tomorrow we'll be here bringing you live commentary. We'll get to see if Kotoko or Bekum Chelsea will be able to stop that Golden Cake dream, or Golden Cake will continue and make history like Nanya FC in 2011.
And so Golden Cake at this point beckoning for history as they make themselves into the final, and most definitely we're looking forward to that semi-final game between Bekum Chelsea and Kumasi Asante Kotoko tomorrow. We'll be here to bring you live commentary, but until that, with a close of play scores, it was Golden Cake 3, Attram De Vesser 1. Thank you so much. My name is Nana Oprekubimpe, alongside Abigail Sanasesu and Mo Shaban. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye from here.